I will compare Friday presentations and today's presentation. I go back and I watch all 5 groups. Okay, so I go back and I compare all 5 groups. Okay, okay, so that's why I videotape. So when presenting, don't present to the camera. Oh, hello. I present to the audience. Present to the audience. Okay. 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 Let's go. Anybody eraser. Okay, Andy. Yes. First, second, third, or fourth? Second. Son. Yes. First, third, fourth. Brandon. First, and Sujin, you must be third. Okay, take it away, Brandon. First, get going. Good listen. Buddy, catch you guys. Careful. There's the clicker. Okay. Yep.
Hello, pretty and handsome guys. Today we are talking about nursing. Our team is Brandon, Andy, Sujin, and Sun. We introduce different areas, kind jobs, famous people, employers, or major. My part is different areas. First, pediatric nursing. This field demands detailed caring and protecting babies from bacteria. Furthermore, this field teaches how to manage mothers and what you do and how to do for kids. I think this is very important for kids' growth. Next, gerontological nursing. This field demands fast action because we don't know when the emergency circumstances happen. Particularly, this is very important in these days because older people population is increased. So I think hospital increase the nurse who manage older people and facilities for elders. The following is mental nursing. This field treating people, not medicine, but communicating and interaction. So we need humor, active listening, and focusing. But unnecessary approving and excessive worry is bad for patients. In this field, mental care is very important. In sequence, maternity nursing. This field is handling with woman who is pregnant. For example, woman's body transformation and pain. Furthermore, pregnant woman is very sensitive, so you have to interact kindly and understand they're sensitive. In this part too, mental care is very important. The next thing is adult health nursing. This is handling all about adults. For example, circulation, breathing, evacuation, digestion, and cancer. Particularly in these days, cancer occurrence rate is very increased. So the dangers of cancer is not only pain but also weaken mental. So like mental nursing, we always encourage patients. Recently, the knowledge about cancer also increased. So you need study English consistently after graduating university. Finally, nursing of informatics. This is one of the important things in nursing because this book include all about nursing, and nurses must manage patients by ground. If we don't check the latest information, dangerous emergency circumstances or rate is increased. So nurses always bring this book. My part is finished. Next is introduced by Andy. Thank you for listening.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Andy, and today I will introduce kind jobs or works and what we do and pay after graduating. First, it is the most common job that we can do after graduating, work in hospital. But task is different by departments, and I cannot introduce all of the departments. So I will introduce department that is widely known. First, emergency room. Nurses who work at emergency room are very busy and have to move quickly because every situation is urgent. When patients arrive at emergency room, nurses check patient condition like vital or blood sugar and sometimes do emergency treatment like 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. And after that, transfer patient to hospital. Next, operation room. It is very, very, very sensitive place because one mistake can make one dead. So nurses always get tension and try to do their best. Before starting surgery, nurses prepare diverse equipment which is used for surgery. While operating, nurses have doctor to operate well, like best, suction, like this. And then after finishing surgery, patient transfer, nurse transfer patient and explain situation to patient's family. Second job is nurse officer. It is military nurse. We can think their job is only cure soldiers for injury, but they are not only cure soldiers, but also educate them about hygiene, prevention, and also go rural area and give medical service to people. Third job is school nurse. This job we have to study more at university to get this job, but it is very attractive job because this job is treated as public officer and task is very easy. The task is cure children or teachers when they come with injury, or just educate them about sex and health. Last job is lawyer. Maybe you can think, lawyer, how can we do that? But we can possible to get this job. Actually, this lawyer has difference when compared with other common lawyer. This lawyer treated case which is only associated with medical problems. Although we have to pay 사법고시, but pay is so high, many love this job. Next, Sujin will introduce famous people in nurse history. Thank you for listening.
Hello everyone, my name is Sujin. In this part, I'm going to talk about famous people in nursing. Most of us have been heard about Nightingale. Florence Nightingale was born in England's rich family in 1820. After studying nursing, she heard about the misery of criminals. Shocked by the horrible war, she went to the battlefield and worked as a field hospital leader. She did her best for the injured soldiers, and to honor her sacrifice, her descendants gave her a nickname, the Lady with the Lamp. As you already know about Nightingale, our history recognized her achievements well. However, have you heard about Mary Jane Sickle? I think you've never heard about her. Mary Jane Sickle was born in Jamaica in 1805. She had managed a nursing house with a knowledge of medical plants and traditional remedy took over by her mother. Like Nightingale, after hearing about the horrible war, she went to London to help the poor nursing environment. But, however, because her mother was black, she was rejected by London. However, she did not give up and went to the foremost line. At the front, she did all of the things she could do, even with her own expense. Although soldiers who touched by her sacrifice called her mother, Mary's presence was forgotten by the Nightingale's big presence. Afterwards, soldiers protected her old age and tried to let others know about her sacrifice. Eventually, she was conferred decorations from Turkey, France, and England. At long last, in 2005, her portrait, which protected another picture as a useless paper, was discovered accidentally, and her achievements became known to the world by the decorations in her portrait. Now it is displayed in London at the National Portrait Gallery. Of course, Nightingale's achievements are bigger and brighter. However, if Mary's family was rich or her parents were white, doesn't couldn't she share an honor with Nightingale? Moreover, doesn't our history remember Mary Jane Sickle with Nightingale? I hope you guys remember Mary Jane Sickle at least from now. Thank you for listening.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. It's raining outside. I will introduce 5 employers of nursing. First, Asan Medical Center. Asan Medical Center has most sick beds in Korea's hospital, and Asan Medical Center is one of people's favorite hospitals because Asan Medical Center has better surgery ability than other hospitals. And Asan Medical Center provide customized treatment using big data. Second, Samsung Hospital. It is located in Gangnam, Seoul. It's Samsung companies. Samsung Hospital has special thing. What is it? It's service. Nurses has to be trained periodically for service, so nurses can provide high-quality service to people. Third, Presbyterian Hospital. It is located in New York. Presbyterian Hospital is the best hospital in America. The hospital departments are divided systematically. For each department, nurses can show their ability effectively. I think this hospital is good for fulfilling nurses' essence. Fourth, Sydney Hospital. It is located in Sydney. Sydney Hospital, the oldest hospital in Australia. 1868, Nightingale sent out this hospital to be trained. 1869, the brick and sandstone Nightingale wings were built to house the female staff of the house. And this hospital is a teaching hospital associated medical school. Also, it is a location of a number of institutions. Finally, Army Hospital in America. After graduating ROTC or military academy, it can be a nurse officer. American nurse officer works only in weekends, and American nurse officer in Army Hospital get good welfare as residents, educational expenses for children, medical service, paid vacation. We introduce 4 topics, different field or area in nursing, kind jobs in nursing, famous people in nursing, employers of nursing. Do you have any question? Thank you for listening.
Okay, you guys go to the back and group 2, come on up. Cue you up. First, second, third, fourth. Third. And Amy? First. Daun? Second. And Sojong, you must be last. Oh no. Okay. Okay, Amy. Okay. Shh.
This one.
Yep, that one. Yep. You can practice if you want. You can practice.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. Our team is Amy, Stan, Juyeon, Soja. And today we are going to talk about our major nursing. First, I'm going to talk about the curriculum of nursing. And second, the history of nursing. Third, the kinds of nursing. And fourth, the famous nurse in the world. And first, I will talk about the curriculum of nursing. While attending to KNU for 4 years, I will learn a lot of things about nursing. At first, as freshman, I learned a lot of kinds of culture classes like freshman English, human and language, the understanding of sociology and biology. By learning these many kinds of culture classes, I can expand my knowledge and I can understand the world easily. And in major, I start to learn about the introduction to nursing. By learning this introduction to nursing, I can understand the most basic things in nursing and prepare for sophomore. And I learned the history of nursing, and by learning this one, I can understand how nursing improves for a long time and how Korea nursing improves and starts. And as sophomore, now we start to learn about nursing in earnest. I learned about the pharmacology of nursing and the fundamentals to nursing. By learning fundamentals to nursing, based on human health, I can understand the association between human, nursing, health, and environment, and I can practice about it. And by learning the pharmacology of nursing, I can understand what kind of medicine I should use, when to use it, and how to use to my patients who I nurse about it. And at junior, we do really important thing. We do Nightingale us to do nursing skills education. By doing this we can get some sense of duty while doing nursing skills education. After doing this we go to each hospital. We go to many kinds of hospitals, for example, the Department of Psychiatry or Pediatric Hospital. We go to each hospital and do many kinds of nursing skills at hospital, and after doing this education, we come to school and we do conference with our professor and talk about the patients who I nurse. And finally, as senior, we study for the state examination to get nursing license, to do nurse professionally after graduate, and we do keep doing our nursing skill education at each hospital. After getting the nursing license and we graduate, we can be a great nurse and work at hospital. This is the most basic 4-year curriculum in major nursing. Thank you for listening.
Hi, my name is Kim Daeul, and I'd like to talk about kinds of nurses. In Korea, there are 30 areas of professional nurses. I'm going to present 4 kinds of nurses. The emergency department nurse, the psychiatric and mental health nurse, and critical care nurse, and hospice specialist. First, emergency department nurse. She is working at emergency room. If you call an ambulance and arrive at hospital, you can see her first of all. She checks your condition and decides your disease before a doctor arrives. After checking your condition, she tells a doctor about your situation and take a quick and effective action for you. In emergency room, speed is really important. So she needs to know how to take a emergency measure because no one knows what is going to happen in emergency room. Second, the psychiatric and mental health nurse. In this area, she cares various cures and she cares patients with various cures and drugs. There are lots of cures like art and listening music or writing, reading, and so on. she meets patients who are very anxious and depressed and have bad memories about their life. So she has to understand their feelings well and makes them feel comfortable for effective therapy. Yes. Third, critical care nurse. She is working at intensive care unit. Patients in intensive care unit can communicate to nurses well. So she has to she should pay careful attention to patients and pay careful attention to patients and make and yes. In intensive care units, it's important to keep infection because infection is really fatal to patients. And lastly, the hospice specialist. It's a little different to what other nurses are doing. She doesn't treat disease. She she makes she makes um, she she meets patients who are on the verge of death, so she makes them feel comfortable and meet a peaceful death. Yes, and yes, thank you for listening.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kyung, and I'll tell you about the history of nursing. I divide history into 4 parts: ancient times, medieval times, modern times, and today of nursing. First, ancient times. In Egypt, they worship God, so affected the medical world, and the temple is today's hospital. And also, one doctor treats only one disease. In China, they thought the imbalance of energy causes bad condition and health problems, so to treat this imbalance, they developed acupuncture and herbal medicine. In Rome, you can imagine public baths. They consider public health very important, so they kept water clean. Second, medieval times. Medieval times is about 1,000 years. In first 500 years, one main point is feudalism. Hostesses cured their slaves, and second main point is monastery. They escaped from reality, and they thought the cure is most important thing. Also, they have medical schools. In second 500 years, because of the crusade, they made the military nursing group made of male soldiers. At the same time, the hospitals were considered the place of fear because they did absurd cure. Third, modern times. After the religious reformation, the monasteries were closed and voluntary nursing stopped. Also, hospitals started to chase only money, so this period is called the Dark Age of nursing. However, the volunteering nursing started, and after the Industrial Revolution, the education system developed, so nursing could earn their professionality, and Dark Age ended. Lastly, today of nursing is more systematizing and computerizing. The information about patients and result of checkup is updated on computer program. Thanks to Asians' efforts, nursing could reach today's level. I want to be one of the history of nursing, so I'll try to be a good nurse. Thank you for listening.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kim So-jung, and I'd like to talk you two famous people in nursing, Florence Nightingale and Ethel Bedford Bennet. Florence Nightingale was born in 1820. She was daughter of wealthy parents of United Kingdom. She was trained as a nurse in Germany and United Kingdom. So why did Nightingale become a symbol of nurses? The reason is related to historical events works. In Cream Wars, Nightingale worked with 38 Episcopal nuns in a field hospital. Based on Nightingale's structured medical services, the percentage of soldiers dying from injuries or illnesses was significantly reduced by 42% to 2%. So the soldiers called her the Angel of Cream. Even before the Cream War, the level of a field hospital was not hygienic or systematic, so it was impossible to cure. But Nightingale developed and systematized, so its meaning is great. Also, by establishing a Nightingale nursing school and writing a nursing specialty book, she increased nursing status. To commemorate her achievement, there is the Nightingale Oath. She led the first nursing revolution. Then who led the second nursing revolution? Ethel Bedford Bennet led. She was born in 1857. She was at the center of the United Kingdom's nursing history and eventually passed legislation to the National Assembly. After hard work, despite the confrontation with Nightingale, due to the differences in positions on the nursing license system, Bennet has spent a lifetime in raising the professionalism of nurses through the achievement of introducing a licensure system. In the long run, she raised awareness of nursing social awareness to the world that the nurses are licensed professionals. She was also the first president of International Council of Nurses, ICN, and founded the British Nursing Association, and led the second nursing revolution. We talked about nursing. First, curriculum of nursing. Second, kinds of nurses. Third, history of nursing. Last, famous people in nursing. Do you have any questions?
Is there any difference between the modern time nursing and nowadays nursing?
You can answer, go ahead.
Difference?
Yeah, so like the 20th century and 21st century, is there a difference? 1940s, 1950s versus 2017.
Medieval times is not yet computerized.
Another?
Thank you for listening.
All right, you guys can go to the back, and then group 3. Oh, who's got the clicker? The box, there you go, you got it. Let's see, Sohan. First, second, Sohan, second, Sam. First. So Young. Third, and that means Young, you're going last, okay. Okay, right, Sam, yeah, when you're ready. Everyone, shh.
Hi everyone. Did you have your lunch? A very good afternoon. Today, we are third group, and I am first presenter. Then, the other members, Soyoung, and Myoma. Today, I will talk about teeth. Woo! Teeth is important part in our body, but we somewhat neglect parts. So if our teeth have to damage or unhealthy, we need to dentist. Next, I introduce the sequence of presentation. First, what they do is my part. Second, technology of dentistry is Soyeon. And that is detail of my part. Third, concept graduation is Soyeon. And last, association and summary is Myung-ha. Okay. Today, now I will talk about what they do. First, dentist works periodontal treatment. It cure peripheral parts of teeth, for example, scaling and gum transplants. Second, they do oral surgery. It cure external parts of teeth. Third, they use dental clinic radiation. To clearly look, they make use of X-ray. And next, dentists do preservation treatment. For example, the treatment and cavity filling. Next, they do orthodontic treatment. In plain words, plain language, tooth correction. And last, they do prosthetic consideration. For example, it belongs to golden tooth and artificial teeth. Next, Soyeon will explain in detail about these three things. Thank you.
Hello, now I'm going to talk about technologies of dentistry. I will show you 3 dental technologies, and first I'm going to talk about cavity filling and nerve treatment. A cavity occurs when the bacteria in our mouth produces too much acid while they decomposes food remaining in our mouth. So the dentist removes the cavity, you can see here in the picture, by drilling the tooth and cover it with the material called amalgam. So it looks just like a real tooth. However, if the cavity looks too severe, the patient has to get a nerve treatment. It is the technology that make a hole here in the teeth and eliminate the harmful part deep in the tooth and then cover it with a material that works and looks similar as the real tooth. Second, I'm going to talk about orthodontic treatment. Usually, normal people have healthy teeth, as you can see here in the picture, and this model also shows the healthy teeth. But some people have overly crowded teeth and overbite teeth. Overbite teeth means the upper teeth covers the lower teeth too much, and also some people have underbite teeth. It is the lower teeth covers the upper teeth. So the dentist developed the technology to arrange the teeth nicely. So they use the device called braces. These braces can be seen by others because it is located outside the teeth, but these braces can't be seen by others because it is located inside the teeth. So dentists use these various equipments to make people have nice and arranged teeth. Last, I'm going to talk about dental implants. This technology is usually for elders because they lose their teeth as they get old, but a person who gets an accident and lose his or her tooth can also get this dental implant too. Dental implant is the technology that implant the iron material here in the gum that works like a dental root. So this picture also shows the iron device. And then the dentist covers the iron material by the dental material that works and looks similar as the real teeth. So these are the three dental technologies that I want to introduce to you guys. And now Seoyoung will talk about the courses after graduation of dentistry. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Seoyoung. I'm going to talk about course after graduation from dentistry. As the population ages, demand of the demand of prosthetics and implant is increasing, which is a good prospect. And you may think that all of the dentistry department be a dentist, but this is your mistake. Of course, most of them be a dentist, but there are a different field. First, there is the way that opening a dental clinic. To open dental clinic, what should they do? To open dental clinic, they should get a license. A general dentist who has obtained a dental license can work as dental specialist after receiving 1 year of internship and 3 years of residence course and passing the dental prospector examination. And second, there is the way that be a professor. Then what do they need to be a professor? They need to have a doctoral degree. They need to have a doctoral degree. Have doctoral degree because they need to have professional knowledge about dentistry. Finally, there is the way that be employed in public course such as Ministry of Health and Welfare and Korea Center for Disease Control and Prevention and Public Health Center. Next, we'll talk about association and organization of dentistry. Thank you for listening.
Hello. I will talk about the association and organization about the dentistry. There are many important associations and organizations about dentistry in the world, but today I will talk about two popular associations and organizations about dentistry. First is Korean Dental Association. Korean Dental Association is one of the greatest associations in Korea because it aims to promote the National Dental House, and also it can promote the rights about the dentists, and also it can promote the welfare and friendship about the dentists. And it also can do our study our researches about the dentistry to improve our national dental house, and also we can do many great things and can get some kind of friendship with the dentist in this group. And second, the American Dental Association. The American Dental Association is the oldest and the largest association in the world to promote the dental health. There are only 23 dentists in this association at first, but now there are more than 230 million dentists are in this association. So, because of this development about the National American Dental Association, there are a lot of studies and researches about the dentistry, and also it can publish a journalism that named Journal about the American Dental Association. Today, our third group is talk about what dentists can do and the tech knowledge about the dentistry and the graduation after we what can we do after the graduation about the dentistry and association and organization about the dentistry. This is very important things in our body, but we are accustomed about it. And today I will talk about the importance about the teeth. Thank you for listening. Do you have any questions?
Okay. I love the tea.